Why is the center of the Milky Way so bright? Is there a higher level of civilization there? As a barred spiral galaxy with 400 billion stars and an age of over 13.6 billion years, it takes at least 100,000 years for light to travel through it once. The age and vastness of the Milky Way may be beyond most people's imagination. And at the center of the Milky Way, there is a place 15,000 light years long that scientists call the galactic center. When we look up at the stars from Earth, we can only see a hazy band of light because we are looking out from within the Milky Way. A large number of stars and nebulae are gathered here, with a density as high as 290,000 per cubic light year. So, what kind of terrible force brings all these stars together? In 1964, American scientist Krauss and two of his colleagues discovered through observations that there is a bright and intense radio source in the direction of Sagittarius at the center of the Milky Way, which rotates once every 11 minutes. Decades later, German scientist Genzel finally confirmed that there is a dense celestial body in the center of the Milky Way, with a mass of about 4 million times the Sun. May 12, 2022, astronomers around the world jointly released a photo taken by the Event Horizon Telescope. This is the first image of the accretion disk around the event horizon of the Sagittarius A, supermassive black hole in the center of the Milky Way. Under its strong gravity, the density of stars in the area becomes extremely high, and stars are constantly being swallowed by the black hole, eventually releasing terrible radiation to the surroundings. But because the material near the black hole is very dense, even the swallowed stars will form an ultra-dense ring of material near the black hole. These rings of material will release a gravitational field outward, attracting surrounding material, forming a phenomenon similar to a stellar storm. In such a harsh environment, even if there are planets that can exist, there is a high probability that there will be no life, because under the burning of a large number of stars, all planets will be scorched. Water and atmosphere will be difficult to maintain, and the intensity of radiation such as ultraviolet and gamma rays will become very high. If any life can survive, their vitality is very tenacious. As we all know, life can be born on Earth because the entire solar system is located near the inner edge of the Orion Arm, about 27,000 light years from the center of the Milky Way, in the so-called habitable zone on the outskirts of the galaxy. We always think that the universe is vast, but the cruel fact is that humans can only huddle in this small corner of the galaxy and live on an ordinary planet. We are so small and ignorant that we cannot even get out of the solar system. The goals we pursue throughout our lives have become so insignificant after rising to the height of the universe. Perhaps this is the fate of mankind. It seems to be telling us that the existence of life is just an accident. The universe is like a huge cradle, warm, peaceful, quiet, and reincarnated. The birth of life is so miraculous, but the death and disappearance of life are also so vulnerable.